So, hi everyone. We're having another interview here today, and we are having an interview with Tina from Iceland, right? So, that's a very big contrast between Brazil and Iceland, right? It's probably very hot, very cold in Iceland, while it's very
Yeah,
hot here in Brazil, right?
it's actually a storm outside right now.
Oh, Tina.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but anyway. So first of all, I'd like to ask you because you do have a background in music. It feels like even though you were an athlete, or I'm not sure how you're working nowadays, but you were a gymnast, and you were even though you were an athlete, you were still making music, like singing and recording songs and presenting covers. So how was your background with music? Like who how did you learn? Do you have any formal education with music? Is your family? Are you from a family of musicians?
Actually, no, but I've been singing like since I was so small. Um, I took part in like some kids shows when I was younger.
Mm,
But like I was always singing on the side, but I was always just focusing on my gymnastics. Like, yeah, that was always my main focus when I was younger.
mm. And this is actually very interesting because when it comes to being an athlete, you guys tend to be very competitive, right? So
Yeah.
how how will this competitive spirit influence your path in the? I'm not going to pronounce the name of the national selection because that's just impossible for me. But the Icelandic national selection, that's pretty
Yeah.
what I can do.
I mean, of course, like when you are an athlete, you are used to working hard and
Mm,
putting everything in it. So that's what I'm doing right now. And it's pretty easy for me to do that because I'm just so used to
mhm,
it.
mhm.
So,
So you're just doing what you already know.
what?
You're just doing what you
Yeah,
already know,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And I love it.
Okay.
Like I'm finally back doing what I'm used to do. But it just like last couple of years I've just been a mother and just raising my kids and so yeah.
Now this is something that I would like to ask you too. You have two kids now,
Hmm.
and now you're starting to release music. You started to release songs, original songs last year. And how are you managing everything? Because it's quite busy being a mother, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is. I'm just lucky that I their dad is just amazing as well. So
Mm-hmm.
he is home a lot with them when I'm away doing this because I mean I live in the north.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 4 hours drive from Reykjavik, so
Okay.
I always have to travel back and forth. So I just arrived last night. I'm leaving
Mm-hmm.
again this Sunday. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it without him, of course, or my parents. They have just been helping a lot.
Okay, so you're getting a lot of family support in this
Yeah, I
journey,
do.
right?
Yeah, and my
So,
siblings and
so why did you start to take part? Like,
mhm.
why did you? Okay, so because you had a couple of songs, and like it seems that it would be the natural path to keep working with Robbie Price, which is the composer of your previous songs. So why did you guys decide to take part? Why did you think it was the right song?
We actually like the first song we released, "Addicted," it's called. That was a song we tried to get into the
Mm,
Eurovision, yeah, but we didn't get in. So that's why we just released it and we just kept on going, making songs for the selection.
mm.
So we were that was always our plan to go in. That's why we met each other. Or like that's how we met. That was I wanted to um, be in this competition from the start.
So like from the very start of like this new career, this new path for you, you wanted to use this platform to
Hmm.
show people what you have been doing, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's really big here in Iceland, and like everyone is watching it. So like it's just a perfect way to get out there and show what you got.
Mm. So I would like to also ask you about the genre of the song because it feels very countryish. while
Hmm.
your other songs are more popish. Why
Yeah.
did you decide to change?
That was actually just Rob. Um, I'm not a big fan of country, like not like back then, but when I heard this like type of song like he we did in the beginning, I really liked it, and I thought it was really current right now. Everyone like the country is in right now,
Mhm.
and it just surprised me that like how much I like singing it and I how much I like it. So that was a great surprise.
Oh, I think that we had an issue with the mic, but I think we're back.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
You had you you know what? How did it click with you?
What you what did you say?
Click with you this song because it was not really your style, and while you were listening to it, you start to sing in live moment when it realize, okay, this is it. We have to send it to the competition.
Um, I just always liked like the vibe of the song and just
Mhm.
the rhythm of the song. And I showed it to my mother and my dad, and like if they also like it, I'm like, okay, that's something. Like, so yeah, I just always believed in the song. I liked it from the beginning. And then the producer here in Iceland, Bjarki, he changed the song a bit and like made it a bit more upbeat, and we made that dance break in the song. So it just that's when we were like, okay, this is perfect. This is yeah, I really like it right now.
Okay, so another thing that I would like to ask is still about the song because, like Iceland, you guys have not had not been. How can I say? Because like Sweden always sends songs in English, but Iceland is not like that. Like you guys send songs in Icelandic.
Hmm.
Like I think you guys would even send songs in different languages. I don't know. I think you are quite diverse when it comes to selecting the language of your songs. So how do you feel about performing it in the final? Are you going to select Icelandic or are you going to the English version?
I think we're going for the English version. Even though I really love the Icelandic version of the song. The lyrics is just beautiful. Um,
Mhm.
and I actually think I like it even better than the English one. But I think I'm gonna take it in English in the final. I think it's just then everyone can understand.
I think I like the English version a bit better too.
Okay, that's good to hear though. Because of course you don't understand the Icelandic lyrics, but yeah, we like we made the song in English in the beginning. Rob did that,
Mhm,
and then we put the Icelandic lyrics on. So
mhm,
yeah, I'm gonna perform it in English in the final.
mhm. Yeah, that's not always the case when it comes to me because there are some songs from the Icelandic national selection that I prefer them in Icelandic.
Hmm. Hmm.
But this one specifically, I think the English version. I think last year also Ella Bjork, I preferred her song in English too.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think this song just has this vibe, and I
Hmm.
think that
I
I
think the
like.
English lyrics is beautiful as well. It's just a pretty cool lyrics, I think.
It's very well written for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So another thing that I would like to ask you: are you an Eurovision fan? Did you like the competition before deciding to
Yeah.
take part?
I've always been like a big fan of Eurovision. It's just yeah, it's just a part of the beginning of the summer here, I think.
Mm,
And I watch it together with my family and specifically my sister. We just love it. So yeah, I this has always just been my dream to be there.
yeah, like let me ask you something. This is because I met Felix, the head of the delegation,
Yeah.
a couple of years ago. I met him in 2018. Like I was in Lisbon, and like I didn't even know who he was, and I
Okay.
just saw him using the Icelandic, the soccer team
Yeah.
shirt,
Yeah.
And I started to complain about like, oh, Iceland never selects the songs I like, and
No.
I listed like several years when I was disappointed, and like, how do you feel about the choices of your country? Because like,
Uh,
of course, I'm a foreigner, I do not understand your decisions sometimes, but do you think Iceland usually makes the right selections, or you don't usually agree with them?
no, I've been disappointed so many times, to be honest. Sad to admit that, but yeah, I've been so angry sometimes about this. Um, yeah, I can't say more, but sometimes the second place is just so much better than the first one.
Yeah, even the third.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember. I think 2015,
Mm.
Elin, like with the song Red Dress. That song was like,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Perfect song. I
yeah,
agree.
yeah, it was so beautiful, and
It's
like
one of
she
my
was,
favorites.
yeah, yeah, and I still remember it 10 years later. Like
Yeah,
it was really a good song.
it was so beautiful. So
So how do you plan to like, because this song, like she was there, like it was very simple staging. She was just playing her guitar.
yeah.
Do you play the guitar? Are you going to
No.
perform with a band? Are you going to dance? How is it
Um,
going to look?
I think it's gonna surprise people because it's I have dancers and um yeah, it's gonna be a lot of production on the screens and stuff.
Mhm.
Um, so it's gonna be a girl party.
Oh, that
Hmm.
sounds nice. That
Hmm.
sounds nice.
I'm
That
gonna
sounds alright.
dance and yeah, it's gonna be some moves for me and the dancers together.
So besides being a gymnastic, you also dance, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you, how would you feel going to Eurovision? Because, like, this is it's such a big stage. It's like a huge competition nowadays.
Hmm.
Everybody's watching Eurovision, and it's interesting because I started to watch Eurovision in 2007. I was like 17, 18,
Hmm.
and nowadays like everybody knows it, like, so it
Yeah.
changed it quite a lot. Like I
Yeah.
remember that when Iceland sent Valentine lost back then with 80
Yeah.
for, yeah, oh, that song was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. How do you feel about it?
Well, it would be just, of course, just huge to go there. I'm trying not to think too much about that because I'm just focusing on what I'm gonna do now and make it to the finals. But I don't know. I'm pretty much used to performing like gymnastics and competing on really big stages like world championships, and I don't know. I just like it. I think I would do a pretty good job, to be honest. That I mean, the thought of it doesn't scare me at all.
Yeah, you have
So,
this athlete spirit, right?
yeah, yeah, I really do. So I think it would
It's
just
not
be
like,
fun.
yeah, exactly. I think it's just, I think it's the kind of experience that can be nerve wracking for some
Mm,
artists, but like for you with this background, I think you're quite prepared because
yeah,
gymnastics is very, very demanding, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I feel like I'm more in control in singing and than I was in gymnastics. I don't know why, but I feel like in gymnastics, if you make one little mistake, um, you're just off. Um,
Hmm.
so you can't. But in singing, I just feel like I have more control, and I feel like I can't go wrong. So
Well, that's actually basically it. I would like to ask you to send a message to the Portuguese speakers, because we have viewers from Brazil, from
okay.
probably, as this interview is in English, maybe what people from other countries are going to watch, but it's
Hmm.
basically people from Brazil and from Portugal.
Okay. Just thank you for watching, and I really hope you like my act and my song, and hopefully you'll watch it.
Oh, thank you very much, Tina. It was very nice
Thank
talking
you.
to you,
Thank you. You
Enjoy
too.
the rest of your day. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.